Yes.
They want to see that natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. As I said, there's nothing wrong with fetishes. And I think that with us talking about relationships and marriages and things like that, if we're able to express ourselves freely with no judgments, then I feel like, we can make it a better place. People can be more comfortable. People can have stable and solid relationships. But is there any questions that y'all might have, or what are your fetish? What's your fetish, Isis?
Oh wow. I have this thing where it's something about like people talking to me a certain way in my ear, whether it's via phone or in person, like talking freaky and just, kind of the pre-prep before sex type thing. I love that. I am a voyeur as well.
Yes.
So when my mate is doing sexy shit, telling me to watch and tie me up and I can't do nothing, that's a major turn on.
Right.
Choking, ass spanking, hair pulling, those are just a few that I like.
And then I'm kind of vary on choking, because I had somebody like to almost choke my life out. I'm like, wait a minute, now I'm finna go on.
Yeah, because it's a certain way. A lot of people got a habit of like pressing right here, like choking or whatever. Like I slightly choke, you know what I'm saying, and I make sure like I tilt the head back while I'm choking. A lot of people just don't know, and they just don't know why they getting that.
You don't know how tight
like
your hand
you gonna be
you
stuck, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how a lot of people hurt people, or something like that. So if you don't know how to choke anyone, please don't try it. But I mean, it's a lot of fetishes that people have and don't even realize that it's a fetish. Like when you like younger people, not saying children or anything like that, but they're younger than you. That's a fetish when you just always have to have somebody younger than you.
I can't wait till she turn 18.
Yeah, that's a fetish, or when you want somebody older than you, you always have to have somebody older. You know what I'm saying? That's a fetish. And I'm a voyeur as well. A lot of people don't understand, like, why would you want to see your mate fucking somebody else? You know what I'm saying? It's a fetish of mine. A lot of people are into certain textures, like fur, latex, and stuff like that. I love certain things that I like the texture of, and I always gotta feel it or play with it. Spanking, choking. I love to talk very aggressive to people, like, bitch this and motherfucker this and bitch you gonna fuck me how I wanna be fucked. Like that's what type of female.
Look, every time you say something, Mario do this.
Babe, am I lying? Like I be like, fuck me.
Look, I can tell by the expression.
Yes, and I be choking that ass when I be doing it.
Like go ahead on.
I mean, because like I'm one of those domes. Like I have another fetish that a lot of people just don't understand, and it is control. But it's not to the fact where, oh, that bitch is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a fetish of controlling others, whether it's their thoughts or how they think or how they process daily. I just have a fetish with it. I like to be able to dictate how a person live their life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna be like, babe, you gotta come home at 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's what our submissive is for. And she have to obey us and ask us, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I reply on Facebook? Like that's very arousing to me. Like people just don't understand. Like when she say yes, ma'am, and boss lady, can I do this? It like instantly make my pussy wet because she asking me, can she do it?
Yeah, and people, let's not get it twisted, because I'm also a submissive and a dom. Right. So I'm a switch. So people may look down on a submissive, but I saw a quote that made so much sense. I have so much control in my daily life, and I have to control so many things. So to have somebody that I can trust. To be submissive with, that's a major thing.
Right.
Yeah. That is a major thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just like my nipples sucked.
That's your fetish.
That's like one of my things. Like,
my nipple play is sensitive to mine. Like I'm like,
like what is that called?
It's
got a name. Trust me.
Sensitivity.
I gotta figure it out.
I have to find out what that
I'm
is.
gonna find it for you and be like,
But see, it's
Butt
just like
testing.
you just can't just be laying there and just sucking on nipples. Like you got to be able to ride that dick and suck the nipples at the same time, and get that thing being uppercutted to you at the
Yes.
same time. Like that's a little part of butt testing, so I ain't gonna do that. But you know, just that woman can be flat on her feet and she squat over and she like lift you by your head and be sucking your nipples, man. You feel that shit all in your feet.
Right.
Yes, yes. Look, she know them nipples sensitive ain't.
Oh man.
Fuck, boy. Lord.
I'll feed one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, it is.
Put that in your mouth.
I did a lot of research on different fetishes, and I just, I don't want nobody saying what I do is weird, but I'm just like, man, how can you, like, it's people that have sex with
I can't do it.
like,
Non-human things.
yeah, like, literally, like, I seen them, like,
Bestiality or animals.
it's dealing with the balloons and stuff like that, like, it's just, I'm like, wow, people
I
really
don't
do
judge it,
this.
but I
You know what I'm
damn
saying?
sure
I'm
ain't
just
gonna do
like,
it.
a lot of people need to educate themselves
Theyself.
because they don't even know that they walk around daily with a fetish.
But
They-
not to say that it's crazy, because like even in defining like a fetish, it's like a form of a sexual desire which gratification is linked to an abnormal degree to a particular object, item of clothing, part of the body. It's just you exploring with everything. Like you have people that may get fresh vegetables or a cucumber. You know what I'm saying? That's something to stimulate them. So that's something that they may become used to, and okay, I want a cucumber.
Yeah.
How can you introduce that to somebody like, hey, here, I want a cucumber tonight?
They gonna be like, what? I chop that mother up, put it in your salad, and you like,
Put some
no.
vinegar, salt,
But
and pepper.
that's hard because it took a long time for me to express to my wife what type of person I was, because I was scared of rejection, that she would be like, you freaking, like, because she's already reserved, so I had to ease that shit on her, you know what I'm saying? And so she was like, well, I knew something was, you like a little controlling, but I was like, it's to the point where it actually turns me on, like it really turns me on. Like, boss lady is not just a title, like that shit really turns me on. And a lot of people be like, it ain't that serious. Having control is just it's not that serious, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like some submissives, they're called littles and brats and stuff, it turns them on to have to somebody dictate what they do and tell them if they could do it or not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they get discipline and they get in trouble, and somebody be like, oh, they treat you like a child, but it really turns them on.
And then it also probably helps that person bring out that inhibition that they don't normally know how to themselves. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I think that it can, it's to each his own. As long as you're not harming nobody, and like I said, haven't crossed any of those boundaries, then I don't think that there's a problem with what you like.
Yeah. Do anybody have any questions about fetishes?
Somebody said keep talking and learning a lot. Just people just saying what type of fetish they have. Hair, spanking, dreads.
Yeah, and I know it's one, but my grandma had mentioned a long time ago, she was like, well, some men like a little older. And
What men are that? Talking about from that patch of house?
they like older down, they
There's some women like that, because I've actually conversated with a woman before that was like, why you shave? She was like, I want to see some hair. You gonna grow your hair? I'm like, no, like shit. Hell no, like shit. I be wanting
Okay,
those-
so like for me, I'm not, with the hairy assholes and stuff like that, but like I have a thing where I like to rub my woman's vagina while I go to sleep. So I like a little landing strip there, not like a wolf or nothing, but
I
I do
understand.
like her to keep a smidge of hair there because I
You
play
just like
with her
that little
pussy
tat.
till I
Not
go
bald
to sleep.
eagle, and I would not be bald.
I mean, it makes me feel childlike, but I do that. And some people be like, "You fucking with me, and you go to sleep off this," but it's arousing me. But I've done it even before a mate. I would put my hands in my pants and rub myself, and I'll go to sleep.
But see, I'm just speaking for the fellas that's got the close knitted teeth like myself. Like, I can't eat that pussy with the hair on. Like, I'm scared it's gonna be hair.
Like a piano.
well, you better have a toothpick on a nice
Hell no, I got some little shavers like I told you before. And I wet that thing, and I come right on mine, and I lay right there.
Spread.
So you don't even want a landing strip.
I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying?
Long as they ain't
like
no
a
wolf pussy.
Yeah,
right.
like the landing strip is okay, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just don't let your landing strip go all outside the airport.
Like
gate.
a mohawk.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't want all that because hair carries an odor,
Yes.
and I got a keen sense of smell. So
And
it's
that's
like,
why I said when my grandma was like, some men like an odor, and you know, I ain't talking about like no
Like
mud
a
bugs. I ain't talking about like mud.
It's a pheromone.
Yeah, I ain't talking about like no mud bugs and nothing like that.
Because I'll never forget, I was like 16, my first girlfriend. We went to the park, and I got so aroused. And when I walked in the house, my mom said, "What the fuck you been doing?" So what's she talking about? She's like, "I can smell you." I said, "You can smell
she can smell
me?"
your pheromone.
Yeah, because I was like literally, guys. That was the first time I got like super wet in my life. But I was like, "Damn."
Yeah,
wow.
that's and you know, everybody have their own odor, and when she told me, I was like, odor, men like
Odor is just the wrong,
you know, and that's basically what she was saying.
It's a scent.
Yeah, that's
Because
Yeah.
like, how would you ladies feel if a man coming in and saying he just drop his pants, he's standing there now, he got the meat hill, but you got the hairy balls.
I can't speak on that.
And mustard.
The balls on my
Listerine. Look,
Now you ain't none on your, ain't no landing strip, ain't no plantation up there. It's just no hair here. Just you know what I'm saying. You just got some hairy balls. In there,
all men don't shave. You know, my sister don't know nothing about.
I ain't never.
Oh yeah, well, know what I'm saying. Well, I say, you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes you ain't gonna get all that hair off them nuts. You know what I'm saying. But you can go and get waxed as a man.
This
or anything.
is painful, probably.
I'm not getting
they
waxed.
have creams and stuff that removes the hair. You know, if you
My
don't
thing is this. Okay,
necessarily-
if you're gonna keep the hair there, like you can get some little scissors, trim that thing up, and dip them hoes so they won't stink. Because every female that I talk to, it said something about a man's balls smelling. You know, like they giving they husband's head, and they're like, them motherfucking balls just stink so bad.
I ain't watching them balls. Sister.
Right.
What they ain't washing them good enough? Like you got to scrub them.
Like, look, I'm glad I brought this face towel. Prime example. All right, you know when you washing, right? A lot of men just hit on the side, hit on the side.
Yeah.
They don't
hit
lift
the meat and it's
them.
over with. Your nut still got, you know what I'm saying, a piece of meat hanging over, so you got
tucked.
you got places that's hidden, crevices.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna get that bar of soap and I'm gonna hit
Yeah.
them nuts by
Yeah.
themselves with the bar of soap
Right.
and get all that. Then you hit that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, is it a certain type of soap they need to use?
Well,
Probably
I use
that
Irish
dot.
Spring
Yeah.
or Dove.
Some strong.
You know what I'm saying? Something that's not. Well, I don't know because you know some people.
Bacteria soap.
So
Yeah, some
people
Safeguard is an antibacterial soap. You know, some people are sensitive to soaps and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
And they bodies don't
And you can't
click
use
well
stuff
with
with
all the
fragrances.
stuff.
You have a
That's
pH
me.
balance. You know what I'm saying? If your pH balance is off, then of course some people can have an odor. Some people can create something that's different for themselves. Like for women, different soaps and stuff might cause a bacteria infection. Or laundry soap might cause. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's different. You have to be able to know your body, just like a woman who has a cycle. You know, when you're ovulating, you have to be able to know your body. You know
And
what
then
I'm
when
saying?
we're you are really what you eat.
Right.
So you know
Your
a lot of that
diet.
stuff come out. Your diet come out in your pores, and you'll smell a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, it's like you said, you have to know your body because a lot of women probably like, what? Oh,
they
when
know
you're
they had-
ovulating, what? You
When I
done?
had this pain, I pain on my side. I'm like, girl, your eggs dropping.
Exactly.
And they be like, well,
It's
I be,
uncomfortable as fuck,
they be like,
too.
I be so wet, girl. It's around that time. You ovulating.
And then you do have different discharges and stuff as far as with women when you're going through ovulation or cycles and stuff like that. Not to say that there's something wrong with you. It's just a natural process.
Absolutely.
that
You
go
will
through.
know.
Yes.
If you're in tune with your body,
Right.
you know something is wrong. I'm
Yep.
telling you. Like,
But I don't get how a person or a female can smell bad and not know that she smell bad. Like that to
Thank
me.
you.
Because you smell yourself first, right?
You smell yourself first.
Okay.
Like it's right up
Okay.
under your nose. Like even with your breath. If you have halitosis and you in my face,
on,
like
bruh.
that
Like,
means
real
you
talk.
know what
Okay,
you know,
so let
breath
me
thing
ask
is
you this,
important.
Sunshine. So,
Very
do
much
you
so.
think maybe they're in tune, like they're used to it?
No,
I think
ma'am.
they're used to it.
And they just
comfortable
probably
to it.
don't-
They don't
And
know what a
and
good
then
pussy
some,
smell
Some
like.
people don't care. Like some people just like comfortable, like in relationships. Like say for instance, you are in a relationship and your husband come home from work and you just unzip his pants. You know what I'm saying? And then you, like, we're talking about musty balls, but then he probably a guy that keep himself, he has great hygiene and he keep himself together. Your wife come home from work and you just want her. You know what I'm saying? And she been working all day using it, however the case may be. But it's still, you can still smell good. You can still be, what they call it,
Tart.
edible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?